Delhi-like tussle between the Lieutenant Governor and the Chief Minister has been brewing in Puducherry. Now, the immediate reason for this tussle is the removal of R. Chandrasekharan from the Municipal Commissioner's post. Kiren Bedi issued an order invalidating Chandrasekharan's removal and reinstating him. This was followed by the Chief Minister passing a motion seeking the removal of the Lieutenant Governor. Now, if you recall, not long ago, the Chief Minister and the LG were at loggerheads over the use of social media for governance. Let's go straight across now to Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant for more on this turf war, Gaurav, that seems to have broken out between the Lieutenant Governor and the Chief Minister, with tensions mounting for quite some time between the two.
The battle lines are clearly drawn between Kiren Bedi, the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, and V. Narayanaswamy government. Now, both refusing to back down at this stage. The V. Narayanaswamy government is alleging that the Lieutenant Governor is not letting the state government function. Dr. Kiren Bedi, the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, now joins me on the broadcast. Ma'am, welcome on the show. Dr. Bedi, Chief Minister V. Narayanaswamy says that the ruling of the Speaker of the Assembly is final. Have you then erred in cancelling the order of the transfer of a bureaucrat, ma'am?
I do not know whether I've erred or not, but I've gone also strictly by the business rules for service matters. All transfers and posting files come to me all the time. I've now been more than 10.5 months. Why did this file not come to me? The question is, even if it's a speaker, the Chief Secretary could have and should have sent the file to me, despite I telling the Chief Secretary of Puducherry, hold on, I'm back within 48 hours, we can discuss the matter and then we can take a view. He did not do that. He did not tell the Speaker and the Chief Minister on the files that this file has to go through the LG, because service matters under Rule 47 of Business Rules are within the domain of the Lieutenant Governor. Legislative service matter is not with the legislature. So whether they've erred or me, I do not know. But my Chief Secretary has certainly erred, because had he sent the file to me, I could have agreed or may not have agreed. But he is the one who's violated the rule the most, and all this situation got created.
Okay. Ma'am, you're quoting service rules. The government is also quoting Rule 312 of Business Rules to say that the decision of the Speaker in this matter is final. So who decides, the Lieutenant Governor or the Speaker?
As I said, whether the Speaker is right or wrong, I'm not at that. But my Chief Secretary is certainly in the wrong, because he ought to have sent the file, because when all service matters come to me, service matters are clearly in the domain of the administrator. So the file, tell me, what is the problem in 48 hours? Where was the Municipal Commissioner running away? What was the criminality he had committed? And despite my telling them, wait for 24 hours, and then I met the Union Home Secretary, and the Union Home Secretary clearly told my Chief Secretary, why did you not send the file to the LG, even if the Speaker told you? So even the Home Secretary told the Chief Secretary, you have erred. And so Chief Secretary said in his 35 years of service, he's never seen assemblies deciding on transfers and postings of the executive. He said that in my presence.
Okay, Dr. Bedi, that's a very big point that you're making here on India Today. What you're saying is that the Chief Secretary erred. Manoj Parida passed that order. So are you saying that the order passed by the Chief Secretary for transferring the order is incorrect in law? And would you then recommend action against him?
I have already recommended to the Union Home Ministry that we must take him to task departmentally, because he's caused such a severe confusion between the executive and the legislature. It is he who has caused it. It is he who has erred, and in fact he was bound by rules to see that the rules are followed. All he had to do on the file was saying, since the Lieutenant Governor is coming within a day, we can wait just a day. Because it was talking of Friday, I was back on Saturday night. What is the hurry? And imagine the Chief Secretary got the orders of Chandrasekhar pasted at 11:30 at night outside a Municipal Commissioner's house. This is something unheard of.
That's a big news point you're making here on India Today, Dr. Bedi. You are saying that the Chief Secretary of Puducherry, Manoj Parida, acted in a manner which was not appropriate, not pursuant of, service rules. But Dr. Bedi, the Narayanaswamy government is hitting out at you, saying that you are not letting an elected government function in Puducherry.
Well, just carrying forward my duties is carrying forward my functions. Whatever I'm doing is laid down on the rules. But I'm open for discussion. Why did they not wait even for 24 hours to discuss it with me? Where was the tearing hurry? That's all I'm asking. Why did the Chief Secretary not tell them that I have to wait for the Lieutenant Governor to return? And I emailed him saying, wait for me, I'm back on Saturday night. It is on email. And Home Secretary has also said, why have you erred? But he's gone on and on to implement an invalid order. And after declaring the order invalid, he continues to pursue the matter. So the Chief Secretary is the one, I think he's gone the other end. Instead of playing a neutral professional role, which is the duty of an officer, he's swung completely the other way. Problem with the bureaucracy is this. They must stay neutral, they must stay professional, and they must not unnecessarily call rift between executives and legislatures. They are protectors of the Constitution.
Oh, that's a big point. Once again, Dr. Bedi, you're making that the bureaucracy, the steel frame of this government, of this country, and especially the Chief Secretary in this particular case, you are saying that his action was not impartial, his role was not neutral. So in that case, what's the next step, ma'am?
He has to go. Puducherry does not need him. In fact, Puducherry would be better without him. I think so. He will be held departmentally. It will cost him heavily in his career now, because he has caused a very serious dislocation in governance of Puducherry. The whole municipality is without an officer today, and people are so disturbed about this rift. He's caused it. Whereas had he waited for 24 hours, this was an avoidable situation. Okay, so what you're saying is that the Chief Secretary of Puducherry has to go. It's the Chief Secretary who's responsible for all this schmozzle or the confusion between the executive and the legislature. But in this case, what's the road ahead? Will you, the LG, the Speaker and the Chief Minister meet and sort it out? Or is it now not possible anymore? What's the next course then? No, Gaurav, I'm only following the rules. I have not written the rules. Rules have been written much before I came. I'm only following the rules. The only thing is I'm implementing the rules. I could have overlooked the rules. I could have said I'm on a tour, so it happened. I'm not saying that. I'm taking responsibility even when I'm not in station. That is my job. I'm being conscientious as a Lieutenant Governor.
Okay, so you followed service rules, you followed the system the way it needs to be followed. But as far as the road ahead in Puducherry is concerned, so can the Chief Minister, the Speaker and the LG meet and sort it out? Or does this now need to be sorted out legally, ma'am?
No, it's reached a point for a legal counsel. I think they need to resolve whether this could have been, first of all, the role of the Chief Secretary. They have to, the order has anyway been declared invalid as Lieutenant Governor. As far as I'm concerned, the order is invalid. My own secretary has been is being held for contempt for carrying forward my order. Now, I don't think legislature can become executive like this. My secretary, Niti Dash, is being held for contempt of court today. He's to appear before the proceedings of the House to see that why did he carry forward a lawful order of the Lieutenant Governor. I think this is going to the maximum. So I think it needs a legal resolution, and I've already requested the Union Home Ministry to provide the legal senior legal position so that it can be sorted out. I think that's the only way. We need to sort out whether the Speaker has the final power or the Lieutenant Governor. I think it's important to know.
Okay. Dr. Kiren Bedi, for the moment, many thanks for speaking to us here at India Today. Very, very clearly, Avantika, Kiren Bedi is now saying that the issue has reached a point of no return. Within Puducherry, this cannot be sorted out, and now it is for the government at the center to take a legal opinion and then finally decide who calls the shots when it comes to transferring officials in a union territory, in a place like Puducherry. Does that final order lie with the Chief Minister or the Speaker, or does it lie with the Lieutenant Governor, Avantika?
Absolutely, Gaurav. Thanks so much for joining us. We're getting in some break news right now.